Kelvin, you had your reservations, I guess, about coming back to Brazil because of what happened in your last fight, but it's very obvious that you have a connection to the place. Like you connect with the fans, you seem to enjoy being here. Why is that? Why do you seem so in tune with the Brazilian culture?
You know, I guess it's just that Latin culture. It resonates a lot with the Mexican culture, and you know, obviously my roots are Mexican and my parents are Mexican, so it's really that correlation between the Latin culture seems to resonate a lot with me, and I love it. You know, I love the way the Portuguese sounds coming out the mouth, just kind of flows out, and I like the culture. I like the food, obviously, and obviously Rio de Janeiro is beautiful. You know, I mean, look outside, there's a beautiful beach outside, you know.
And a lot of people, I guess, when they go someplace different, often you talk and they're like, well, I tune everything out, like I don't care about the crowd, like I'm just very focused on the task at hand. But you're like, you seem to soak it all in. For you, just getting that good energy, getting that positive vibe, does that make a difference when it comes to your performance as well?
Well, it just really depends on the place. You know, sometimes I do get that way where I'm like just completely zoned in, but then there's a lot of times where I do feel that good energy and I do thrive off of it and feed off of it. So yeah, it just really depends on the place, whether you click on it. Sometimes you click or not.
And you're fighting a kind of a good guy, right? A respected guy. And your coach is a little bit torn, Rafael Cordeiro, because he obviously trains you, but he likes... Yeah. How is it? Does that change the... not change. Obviously, you have a task and you're a professional. You're going to do what you have to do. But is it in any way different? Just fighting someone that you really have no problem, no animosity, no anything with?
No, there's nothing to it. We're both professionals. I mean, as soon as he saw me, he came up and shook my hand and shook Coach Rafael's hand, and we're professionals. You know what I mean? We know how to put aside those feelings of friendship aside, and when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. You know, it's just business. Talking
to Jacare, like he expects with the win over you that a title shot is next, and from what I'm gathering, that's kind of like your expectation as well, right? Do you see any other way? You know, would you take another fight, or do you feel like if you beat Ronaldo, like that should stamp your title shot?
I feel like I need to beat him and make a statement. You know what I mean? If I don't make a statement, then I don't think I'll be able to contend for the title next. But if I go in there and knock him out in the first round, then I have no doubt that the next fight will be for the title.
And lastly for me, you're a guy, I remember when we talked about which weight division are you going to stay in and things, your answer was always very close to whichever one is going to get me to the belt fastest. That's always been like you've always been very focused on that. And I think fighters take different, obviously everybody wants to be champion, there are financial rewards, there is everything that comes with being a champion, but the symbolism of it, I think, changes a bit from fighter to fighter. For you, my question for you is just, for you, why is that so important? What does it mean for you to be a UFC champion?
I guess it just means more than being a UFC champion. It means being a champion in life. You know what I mean? I've had to overcome a lot of obstacles in my life, along with my family, and we come from very humble beginnings, and it just means, you know, we're overcomers, you know, and it would just mean much more than just a UFC championship. It would mean, I don't know, it would just mean that we're we're achievers, you know what I mean? No matter where we come from, we can achieve whatever we want.
Being a champion in 2 divisions, is that something that is that the goal for you right now?
Well, we'll take it one step at a time, but yeah, I can see myself fighting for the middleweight and welterweight title, yeah.